It sounds like you were very thoughtful about how you communicated to external stakeholders outside of the customer support team. And I wonder if you could talk a little bit more about how you thought about that, especially when you were managing the team, because I think, number one, CX is often seen as a cost center. And so it can be a struggle for CX leaders to kind of fight against that and get resources, as well as I mentioned before, getting technical resources. If you need help from the technical team, they're obviously their primary priority is the game. So I'm curious how you thought about that as a leader, and what were some of the approaches you used?
Yeah. Well, the one thing that really sticks with me is I went to my first support conference, Elevate CX, and one of the talks was about um, using the language of the teams you're working with when you're communicating with them. And this was such an aha moment for me because I was like, this is what I tell teams all the time. This is how I approach giving customer support. You need to use the language of the people you're speaking to, of your audience. And I'd never really taken the time to think about, oh, this actually applies to how I communicate and we communicate with other teams. So one really example that sticks with me is one of these free to play games. There was this bug that was corrupting the profiles, and it was only impacting people who were like level 30 or above. So people who had spent money, people who have been playing the game for a long time. And we had to send a list of the user IDs to the game producer, who would then send it to the developer. And the developer, a few times a week, would have to go into the game database and uh, uncorrupt these profiles. And the game developer is really focused on new features, new events. And so there was often a delay or a backlog. And we had communicated this to the producer, and we hadn't really gotten any traction. And one of the associate managers who managed one of our free to play teams and I were just sort of frustrated around this. The team was frustrated around this. And so I thought back to that talk I had listened to and really tried to frame it because we were framing it in terms of number of tickets, right? And time to get back to customers. Well, that doesn't translate so well. We took that and we were able to sort of uh, reframe it as, well, these people are locked out of their game. The X percentage of these are paying users, and really translated it into like the real business impact. And customers not being getting a resolution. Those are business impact, but we needed to translate them into the sort of key sort of indicators and performance metrics that matter to that team.